Hello and welcome to Motorform. At the end of June 2024, Bonhams Auctions sold Barry Taylor's well-known AMG collection with some cars and a lot of Mercedes and AMG spare parts. But one lot was a very extraordinary car, a 107 series 450 SLC 6.9 called the Green Machine. The highest bidder paid unbelievable $345,000 including auction fee for that car. But is this coupe really a very early genuine AMG car? What is AMG's opinion? What thinks the new owner? Here are all the informations about this extraordinary car. Have fun! When I first saw the auction photos, I thought these big vents in the front wings, well, they cannot be typical AMG. This is something the owner must have done later to the car. But if these vents are not genuine AMG, what about the rest of the car? Maybe the whole 6.9 liter conversion is not genuine AMG because the vents obviously were done because of the hot air management for the 6.9 liter engine. Such a big engine was not originally made for this size of car. But a part of these big air vents, all other parts of the exterior seem to be original AMG. The front spoiler, the rest of the body kit, and of course these famous Penta wheels. But on the other hand, the car is first registered in 1976 in Germany. But most of the exterior parts shown on this car were not available yet in 1976. They were made later. So is this another hint that this car is not at all original AMG? But let's take a look at the interior. This is done very well and very authentic. This could have been done by AMG indeed. The seating, the Recaro seats and even the roll bar are made of the authentic velour with the ribs on the side. This all looks very original and really high quality. Even the small panel on the left side under the instruments for extra dials is made exactly in the correct color. A very nice detail also is the modified speedometer. It is modified so that the driver can read it although using a smaller AMG steering wheel. But one of the most interesting conversions is the conversion from automatic transmission to manual gear shifting. The V8 4.5 liter SLC was never available with manual shifting from factory. So this is making the car even more unique. Let's take a closer look. The wooden panels were not available in 1976 as well. They came from Mercedes factory in late 1977. And the center console was even never done by Mercedes-Benz like this. It simply does not look like a typical Mercedes-Benz center console wooden panel. So many things simply do not fit together. Look at the exterior again. The rear spoiler under the bumper, the cutout for the exhaust is not done very nice. If you would offer that cutout to a customer today, he wouldn't buy the car. It was done pretty roughly. So this car is quite controversial. These were too many questions for me. So I wrote an email to the classic department of AMG, hoping that they can bring some light into that case. They were so kind to answer my questions quickly. First of all, they had to tell me that they cannot answer any questions for that individual car, because to get information for that individual car with that individual chassis number, you have to be the owner. Otherwise, they don't do it. Okay, but my question, did AMG ever build a 6.9 liter engine into a 107 series car? Was answered with yes. And my question, does AMG know the green machine? Was answered with yes. These two answers brought me to the new opinion that this strange car really could be a very, very genuine AMG car coming from Affalterbach. Because this extraordinary car fascinated me so much, I brought my informations online. And then something really surprising happened. It was Monday morning, 10 a.m. I received a phone call from a gentle guy who told me that he is the highest bidder of that Bonhams auctions. He is the new owner of the green machine. Wow! He told me that he saw my German video about that car he just bought and he liked it, and so he decided to give me some more information about the car to know simply the whole story. Well, I really couldn't believe that the owner is so kind to give me all the facts about that car. And here's the story. AMG built a total of 3 450 SLC 6.9. All were different, but the green machine is the only car that has survived. With its many and detailed changes and modifications, well, it is one of the most, if not the most, important still existing AMG street car. Please check this photo. It shows one of the two founders of AMG, Werner Aufrecht, standing in front of the 450 SLC green machine, and he looks pretty proud, I think. Surprisingly for me, the big air vents were indeed made by AMG. They were simply necessary. And the size and the form, the shape of the two air vents, they shall remind to the 300 SL Gullwing of the 50s. It's an homage to the famous race car and later one of the most iconic road cars of the world. But these air vents were not just only an homage, they were also simply necessary to control the hot air of that big engine, which was even bigger than 6.9 liter. By many small modifications, AMG brought that 6.9 liter engine to a size of 7.1 liter with an output of approximately 375 horsepower. That, of course, was enough to reserve the fast lane on German autobahns in the late 1970s. But who ordered such a beast? In 1979, a very successful banker in Germany who was specialized in precious metal investments brought that car, that normal 450 SLC, to AMG with two wishes. By the way, 1979. Now we know why that car has so many late 70s modifications, although being a 1976 car. His wishes were, number 1, make it as fast as possible. Number 2, try to keep the car looking like a normal street car coupe as far as possible. No badges on the trunk, no big spoiler on the trunk, but quite small body kit. He tried to keep the car to look as a standard Mercedes coupe, because his intention was simple but yet quite difficult. He wanted to come from home to his office in the center of Frankfurt am Main as quick as possible and the same in the evening back home. He wanted to do that small trip in less than 1 hour. But, well, he didn't live in Frankfurt. He lived 220 kilometers away, which is about 135 miles. 135 miles in 1 hour, including the Frankfurt city traffic and narrow roads. Of course, he didn't live directly at the motorway. So the car must run really quick on the motorway to get the rest of the trip in less than 1 hour. Fascinating fun fact, he sometimes hired a former race driver to be his pilot to do it quicker than 1 hour. Well, the 70s. You maybe know that even today, 70% of the German highways are still without any speed limit. You can go as fast as you want if your car is fast enough. And that car was fast enough. Of course, today the traffic jam stops you all the time. But that wasn't the problem 45 years ago. Imagine that green machine Mercedes coupe overtaking you in the morning on your way to work with 170 or 180 miles per hour. Unbelievable. The new owner, the buyer of the green machine for about $350,000, knows this car since 30 years. He knows this car since Barry Taylor bought that in the early 90s and brought it to his collection. Barry Taylor made some photographs on the road of that car in the early 90s, but then he directly brought it to his collection and never drove it anymore, or not for a long way, because the speedometer nearly shows the same mileage it had over 30 years ago. When some collectors told him, well, this green machine is for sale now at Bonhams auctions in California, he knew he had to win this bid. He did. But what will he do with the car now? Will he bring it to another collection, to his personal collection? And he definitely owns a very interesting collection of cars, including 3 AMG 116 series 450 SEL 6.9 and some rare Alpina BMW models. Will he bring the car to that collection and lock it? That was it? No. He will restore the car very, very carefully. He won't touch the paintwork. He will leave all the patina, but he will bring it technically to a condition in which he can drive it on the roads again. And in the near future, he will show it and he will drive on the road with that car by himself to special events to show it to the public. So I am very glad that we all will have the chance to see this really unique car in reality in the future on some car events. For me, that's really great news. Thanks for watching this video. Thanks for any comments and thumbs up. Please subscribe this channel. There will be coming more videos in English language in the future. So see you soon. Bye bye.